Well, guys, I got a problem with my little Bel Air. I want to show you. These little tire covers, fenders here, are bolted on the back. And look at this bracket up here. It's welded to the frame. And you can see what happens. It breaks under the wind pressure. Both of them have done that. They put a bend in them and they welded them to the frame, and that old weld joint just broke. So my project now is I have bought a piece to replace right here. I'm going to cut and fabricate me some new pieces, but this time I'm going to bolt them to the frame. I'm going to bypass that weld. I'm going to cut me a piece and drill me 2 holes like they've got here. And I'm going to drill me a hole in that bend to attach that to the frame. I think that will be a better long-term solution to this, to prevent this from happening. Under wind pressure, this thing breaks loose. That old weld's broke on both sides. So stay tuned. I'll capture a video of this as I get down here first. And well, you know what I got to do. I'm going to jack this up. I'm going to take these tires off on both sides, and then I'm going to get my grinder and I'm going to grind off that old weld. And once I get that off, then I'm going to drill me some new holes and cut me some pieces and so forth. So it's a pretty straightforward job. But I'm out here working in the shop again, so here we go. Wish me luck, everybody. Okay, now you can see I've got the tires off, and I've got this setting on just some old blocks, wooden blocks, 4x4, 6x6s, whatever. And well, now I'm looking at this now, and you can see the old weld here. Let me make sure I can position this. The old weld, I'm gonna take that off. And these are tied up and held, these little runners, onto that bar. So I'm gonna knock this off, and I'm gonna have to think about a new strategy, because I wanted to just drill through and put a bolt in here, but you can see my leaf springs are there. So I'm gonna have to reroute and come up with something else. I may have to just knock these welds off and go back with a new weld job of some sort. We'll see. But anyway, that's where I'm at now. So we'll see how it turns out in the end. Well, this should be my wrap-up video. What I had to do was I fabricated me a bracket, and I used my vise, and I did made a bend in it. And then you can see now I've drilled through and put a bolt in. I got away from that welding. I did clean off some of that welding. I got my grinder out and cleaned some of that up, but really probably didn't need to, because I ended up doing a bend here and putting a bolt through. And that should get away from that break that happened in that weld point, hopefully. And that's a pretty solid piece, 1/8 inch thick. And of course I drilled my holes here for my acre nuts on my little fender. And I've done that for both sides now. So this should finish up this project now of getting these fender covers reinstalled now, since they broke from weak weld points, I guess, or a combination of just stress over time. But anyway, this will wrap it up and put my Bel Air back on the road, and we'd be good to go. I'm gonna tighten all my hardware down, just like anything else. When I initially put it together, I didn't tighten anything down, so now I just need to tighten it all down, and we'd be good to go. So again, this is my little 55 Bel Air trailer. Let me get you a bigger view. my bigger, and working on the fender, getting them reinstalled since they had a broken weld point. So get them back on. All right, we good to go. Thanks for watching.